one of the things that motivated this was experience from early in my career. I did my internship and residency at Santa Cruz Veterinary Hospital in the 90s, and I can remember a case that actually a homeless man came in with his dog who had been hit by a car and had a pelvic fracture, and he recognized that he was not going to be able to help that dog in the way to give that dog a good life. And he surrendered that dog to me at that time, and with the permission of my supervisors, I was allowed to keep that dog crated, or basically in a small kennel, which allows the pelvic fracture to heal. Dog's name was Miles, named after Miles Davis, the jazz musician. And after allowing the fracture to heal, I put an advertisement in the Santa Cruz Sentinel for the dog with a picture, asking any families who might be interested. Very impressive, the number of people who came forward, and I got to interview quite a few families. And in the end, Miles ended up with a family in Corralitos area, and he lived 14 beautiful years. His broken pelvis healed well. They owned horses, and so he went out with them on the horses almost every day. And over the next 15 years of their life, they would randomly come by and just let him visit. And I would get to see this incredibly happy, healthy, wonderful dog who had a great life and brought a lot of joy to people because of that extra step of saying, I think I can help this dog. I think I can find a place that works for both the dog and the people. And kudos to that man who surrendered Miles, knowing there might be better things for him. But seeing how that extra step of just a little extra time made a difference was part of the beginning of that kernel that made me think something like BirchBark could really thrive in this community. And that's part of the motivation for saying, what if we could have a resource where veterinarians could reach for some funds, and the elderly lady whose cat is her life and ends up with a urinary obstruction or some medical fixable problem, but she can't afford it. We need to be there for those people, and as a community, if we can have a resource they can tap into, then that's just beautiful.